be.
Live.
Yeah, we are live. We are live, and I am looking to the
Or is
side.
that live?
Yeah, yes. It's
We're live.
Liv Taylor.
Did you bring up
Liv
Skype?
Tyler. Did I bring up Skype? No, I did not bring up Skype. Why would I do that? Because then he's going to call. I mean, yes, of course, we got to bring up Skype because he's going to call.
You know, our slant-eyed friend.
What?
What?
No, that's just completely wrong. All right, so I got to get the password for that. So I'm gonna have to
It's not
click
wrong.
over there. I'm gonna have to do a Control C. There we go. Let's take a look at my Skype window. Oh, I didn't actually need that. That went ahead and came right up immediately. So, but I need to bring up the levels for Skype. There we go. So, yeah, Skype is there. So, because I think Venison
right.
wants to talk about his favorite word, and but we have to.
Dude,
paint.
I got something to talk about.
Yeah.
Hey. Is that a submarine?
Yeah. Venison is
Just
The person
one
whom you're
thing.
trying to reach
Just
is currently unavailable. Please leave a message after the beep.
after the
Bop.
beep.
Go pick some cotton.
Whoa! Yeah, we hung up before that came through. Anyways, yes, we are live and or live. We are living live. We are live and living, and because once again, we are doing a little thing here called Gators Can't Find the Volume Control. There it is.
Yay.
This is the thing we call
Insert title here.
the show that changes
Yay.
titles so often. We had to put a placeholder in. What are you saying, Brian?
Yay.
Hey! Yay!
Woot.
We did it! Yay! Anyways, I'd like to give a special shout out to a very special fellow lady streamer out there who actually has talents, 2 of them, and she likes to dance. And her name is Velvet7, and she
Thought.
well, she streams on Twitch, and
Thought.
what?
Thought.
Oh, but she actually tries to dance though.
Thought.
She's not just standing there jumping in place. She's actually trying to do some dance moves. But okay, all right. We all know why everyone's watching her channel, but we're not supposed to talk about
Thought.
that. I think the mods are going to kick me off of my own channel if we keep talking. Anyways, so I joined in for
Are
a
you
stream.
a white knight?
Dude, I just saying. No, I ain't no one's white knight. I tried to
Not
do that.
anymore, anyway.
I tried that, and you know what it got me? It got me the worst night of no sleep of my life, just lying awake watching back-to-back episodes of Different Strokes. No one deserves that. No one deserves that. And I mean the
You,
era
you
from
could,
when.
you couldn't binge watch Big Bang Theory?
No, that wasn't doing it
This-
for me. Somehow the nostalgia of Different Strokes was soothing me enough to not want to like jump out a window. And it was from the era where Sam was there, so it wasn't even the good episodes. And anyways, and Kimberly was off in Paris, except for that episode where she was barfing up a cake. And of course, let's not forget the bicycle repairman. But anyways, no. So I joined Velvet7's channel, and at the beginning of her stream, if you say hello to her in the chat room, she'll say hello to you. And now, of course, I was unable to secure the username of Johnny Gators on Twitch because I used the username of Johnny Gators on Justin TV, and then Twitch absorbed Justin TV and said, well, you have exactly 5 minutes to tell us if you want to keep your username or not, and if you don't tell us within the next 5 minutes if you want to keep that name, then that name is forever blocked and banned from ever being registered on Twitch. So, and I mean, I raised all kinds of hell. and they still would not budge on that. So I just had to settle with the username of Jay Gators. So I wrote in hi to Velvet 7, and she typed back.
Hello, Jay Carters. Hello.
So that's her.
Thought.
But that's not the funny part. The funny part is she didn't start talking about how it was her cheat day that day, so she ate a hamburger. And so I wrote in and I said that every day is my cheat day, but I have a big bowling ball gut. And she got stuck on the word bowling. I don't think she understands bowling. Not quite sure. She started to try to say bor. I don't know why she was going with the R, but eventually she gave up and she said,
What's that?
so that we don't. She doesn't know what
Velvet
bowling.
7. If I remember, she's Japanese.
Korean, living in Canada, and
Because they don't bowl in Canada, they curl.
curl. You see, I should have said curling gut, but that wouldn't have made any sense. Curling stone gut. I don't think curling stone gut makes sense. I don't know. Anyways, no. She. As far as whatever that term is that Lulu's trying to use.
Thought.
No. Arameth is the queen of thoughts, I mean, it's fun to watch her play Twister with herself, but that only did it for me about 20 times, and I got bored of it. So what?
Oh.
I was just watching her play Twister. I wasn't actually doing anything while watching her play Twister.
No.
I get the idea that that's not a single player game.
When Amaranth plays it, it is.
Okay.
I mean, she's very fit, and she wears a halter top and shorty shorts, and then she has an automated spinner, and she just moves around on the Twister board while the spinner keeps spinning, and a bunch of like single guys in their parents' basement with a bag of Cheetos sit there and watch. And I don't.
Got it.
I do not see the harm in this. It's
White Knights and Thought.
It's not any worse than anything you'd see on Cinemax, okay? And they charge you money for that. Brian has just figured out the second purpose of the internet. And speaking of cat pictures, well, cat pictures is the first.
Is first.
Right.
Hey,
right.
It's
And speaking of thoughts, we got Venison on the line.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
I am.
because Skype decided to upgrade as soon as I bring it up.
Hey, Venison, do you ever do any dancing on Venison, Stu?
Maybe a little naked dancing now and then.
Yeah, see, total thought.
Total.
Yeah, and this is why he's perma-banned from Twitch.
Wait, what?
No, we're talking about thoughts
Oh,
and White Knights.
thoughts.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just out of curiosity, did you see that, that tweet you were mentioned in I sent you?
I couldn't help but play it while sitting on the toilet, and I laughed the shit right out of me. And
Oh.
so thank you, Venison. You helped make me less late for starting up the stream.
No.
It's an interesting thought, though.
So Venison.
Venison, send it to me because I need some help.
I don't. Wait a minute. As I recall earlier, you were saying your trailer needs a replacement for the toilet seat. So, are you just going to be hovering right now? Is this why you want something to speed things up, or?
No, I use the bathroom inside the house for number 2s.
Oh, okay. So not only do you want this video, but you're going to have to go walk across the yard. Okay.
But let's face it, that video answers a few questions about what to do about this because nobody knows now.
It doesn't answer any questions. It raises a few questions.
Raises a lot more than it's supposed to answer.
Now, here's the thing. I've tried to raise this question before to you, Venison, but you've shot me right down because I ain't the right color to be asking these questions.
That's right. You're supposed to be orange, right?
Oh my God, we're going there.
That ain't the right color for Eddie. No. I'm. If we're gonna go here,
but now I can see where you're coming from.
You understand what I'm asking now? Because anytime I start to broach the question for the purpose of curiosity, because I have no desire to use a word that is gonna, make people want to kick my ass. You can have that word. You can keep that word. I ain't touched that with a 20-foot pole. Now, Addy, on the other hand, he loves that word, and he so wants to, poke the bear. And he's gonna get his ass kicked one of these days. But that's, anyways. But sometimes you're curious about what if context? What if context? And you go on a rant about, what? You saying I'm a piece of shit? And I'm like, well, what if you use the word not in that context? What if you're... And so that's the question I was trying to ask and getting shut down. Now I waited a few years and Venison's asking that question. And that's okay. That's okay.
No, I wasn't asking you the question. I was just trying to point out that, oh, wow, yeah, that's right.
Well, as a very white teacher once explained on a news program that has been posted all over YouTube and has become the poster child of stupid for speaking to a news crew like this, it makes a whole world of difference whether or not it ends with an R, apparently. Now, there are some people that don't think that makes a difference at all, and those are usually the people that are kicking your ass. But apparently some people think the R at the end makes a world of difference. I don't think you've considered that to make any difference, though, but maybe I should shut up and let you talk.
No, if anything, now would be a time, if you got that clip, to play it, so that everybody else can see.
No. I ain't playing that clip until I have a chance to bring that in the video editor and put a few bleeps on there. But
you had to bleep everything.
Exactly. I think the point is, and I think this is probably based on the real teacher that was in a school in an urban area.
Yeah.
And where a lot of brothers use that word as a term of my brother, but instead of saying my brother, they would use that word in the variation without the R at the end. And the teacher, trying to speak in their vernacular, would use it right back at him when he felt it was appropriate. When is it appropriate? Never. So
please explain to me why some of these ghetto-ass white boys can say it to a bunch of African Americans in the hood, but God forbid is some type of hipster comes in and says it, he gets his ass jumped.
Like I said, confusion everywhere.
Now, this was a topic of a Boston Public episode way back in the era known as the 90s. Because I remember the storyline went that there was this pair of white and black kids that were good friends, and they used the word back and forth, and they were perfectly fine with it. But this other black kid kind of overheard this conversation, and you saw the blood boiling and the fire raging, and eventually stepped up and started getting in it with the white boy. How dare you say that word? When it's like, dude, no, but he's my brother. And it's like, and so the whitest teacher you could find that's teaching this class tries to have a class discussion about it. And the blackest principal you'll ever see pretty much shut down the class discussion. And it was a whole to-do for the episode, which ended with the principal hosting class discussion, which I guess made it okay. I
What?
Now you gotta play it now. You have to.
I am-
I
No,
give you permission.
No, it's his show, Venison. It's his show.
Venison, are you allowed to speak for a whole race of people?
I have a feeling not.
Dude, you're the whitest black guy. You
Yeah.
are an oxymoron.
dude, I don't care what color you are. I ain't letting some dude named Clark telling me I can play that. Yeah,
Yeah, okay, touche.
sorry, I had to blow out the first name there because it was just too perfect. But speaking of fun topics that are not controversial, we have painting to do, don't we? Oh my God, are we going to paint the shit out of this canvas?
Yeah, you already got a 18 minutes late start.
That's okay. I got me a glass of Knob Creek on the rocks in my moon landing glass.
All right.
So, yeah. It's the Daily Home News moon landing glass. That is good stuff. So now the first thing we got to do is we got to get the layer of magic white.
Does he use magic white too?
Yes. In fact, it was Bill that taught Bob this method of painting. So yes, he does use magic white too.
Huh.
And I'm pretty sure at the beginning of the episode he'll say that he already has the magic white on the canvas. And so I've taken to using less than I had been using in past paintings. And I think that's working out better. I think you only need a thin layer of the magic white. They say a can should last you a lifetime. But then they keep dipping into it to thin down their paints. So maybe I'll end up with a second can. But we're going to go ahead and get some on the bottom here. Maybe get a little more on the top there, and then we'll start doing some up and downs. So yeah, this is, I don't know. And after we'd finish our painting, maybe we could talk more about Venison's vocabulary and teach him some
Vocabulary!
teach him some less offensive ways to.
Good
Hell
luck.
no, he ain't gonna be learning shit.
You know,
Can't teach that dog new tricks.
You know, it's perfectly acceptable to just say hello, my brother, and just leave it at that. I think that works fine. I don't see the need for words with such a horrible history attached to them.
Well, the common core phrase, common core use of this, is for, black people use it to try to, ease the pressure, make it not seem as evil. But yes,
Well, I've
but they
suggested
get
that.
offended when white people use it because when they use it, they mean it.
Well, no. Here's the thing, though. As you saw in that clip, though, I don't think that guy meant anything by it. He was just using it because it was, he was in a setting that the context was that the people he was dealing with used that word so regularly as a term of endearment. And so he just started, naturally thinking that way. And
Yep. Like I said, confusion central.
Are your opinions starting to evolve on this, or?
A little.
Okay, all right, and we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, because I have no idea what to do or say about it now.
Alright, is that angle pretty okay for the canvas on my end?
I should check that angle out. I have a Skype window blocking the angle. Let's take a look.
Hello? Is that okay?
Yeah, canvas is on
Okay.
screen. That will work. So now
Okay,
I
cool.
need to, I'm going to come up here, and I am going to click on that little eye. And that was the wrong eye. So we're going to click on that. No, not that one. There we go. So now you can see this screen here, which is up on my TV here. And I'm going to move.
I gotta
notice
get more
since-
paints.
So let's. This is now an episode of season 3 of The Magic of Oil Painting, hosted by Bill Alexander, who is the guy that taught Bob Ross this technique of painting. And we're going to see that, although it's a very similar in style, he has a different personality to Bob Ross's personality. And we're just waiting for the. There we go.
Happy summer day and the happy birthdays on the happy road. So you take your family out for a Sunday morning and wander to that beautiful flower field. And we will paint that and I will show you how to do it.
But before we do that, I forgot to actually take paint out of the tubes onto my palette, which it helps to have a palette of colors to paint with. And I'm going to use...
Ever hear of show prep?
Well, I didn't want the
Right,
paint
no.
to like dry on the palette, you know. So we're going to use some titanium white. And these are still the Bob Ross brand of oil paints, because Bill Alexander's people charge more for what's essentially the same product for the same technique.
Yeah, but is he based in the UK?
No, he's
Oh.
he's I
He's
think
British.
No, he's German, but he's
I'm
in
German.
he's in the U.S. And we're gonna put a little bit of phthalo green. I think he, at some point when he's painting the field, he dabs a little phthalo green on the brush. And I'm pretty sure
Oh, which one are we doing? Because I got wildflowers.
yeah.
Touche.
That's the one we're
wildflowers.
doing.
That's what we're doing. Yeah, I sent you
Okay.
that link. So
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, and we're going to put some Prussian blue on the palette here. I think that Bob Ross's first season, he was pretty much using the same palette selections that Bill was using for his TV show. So I think if we stick with that palette, we're in good shape. Bill's not always diligent about saying what he's dipping into, but from watching him and from the moments that he does kind of rattle off something he's dipping into, I think he's pretty much going with the titanium white, phthalo green, Prussian blue, Van Dyke brown, alizarin crimson, sap green, cad yellow, and a bright red. So I think if we stick with that palette that we've been using for the season 1 Bob Ross episodes, we'll be fine. Now we're gonna, of course, as we go into later seasons of Bob Ross's stuff, add some other paints to the palette. There we go. There's a little sap green. I bought a big old tube of official Bob Ross sap green because my little mini Walmart tube of sap green was running out. And we got cad yellow, which at some point Bob pretty much always has cad yellow, yellow ochre, and Indian yellow, and he pretty much just dips into all 3 of them. But the early seasons, he only had the cad yellow. He mixed it down with other colors. So we're going to stick with only having the cad yellow, and we're going to get a bit of the bright red on there too. Which I finally bought a tube of the official Bob Ross bright red, because my little mini Walmart tube of that was also breaking down. And of course we got odorless paint thinner, and magic white, and almighty putty knife, almighty 2-inch brush and 1-inch brush, and a fan brush. All right, Lulu, you ready to paint?
Yes.
All right, let's check out how he does this.
The Magic of Oil Painting is made possible by a grant from Aaron Brothers Art Marts.
There we go. That's where you should go buy your paint. I don't know if they still exist or not, but
Maybe that's why they don't exist anymore.
I still love this music. I so want to find like whatever production library or Moog album this is on. There he
I
is.
have to bring myself to that happy summer mood. Sunday morning, the kids are all dressed, and we walk to that wonderful field. I got to smell the flowers. I have to hear the birds and the breeze. Load up now, load up with everything you see in that painting. Then it's easy to put it on the canvas.
Okay.
All right,
love
I have
that.
buttered myself up, and I will fire in. When I use that word fire in, I love that word fire in because I like to fire in like
Oh
this.
my God.
I hate to go on the camera.
All right,
I want
so
to
we're
be
gonna-
fresh, I want to be powerful. I want
Okay.
to be the commander, the chief, the butter washer, and then it works for me. It works for everyone if you do it just like that. You know, I do a lot of ponds. We have fish ponds home, and I do a lot of digging sometimes, and it's hard. But it is not hard because I sing all the time. I constantly hum and sing, and when I'm finished, the job is done, I don't even notice I did it. And that's the same with the painting. I think creative power, it's a different type of a power. Okay, see, in no time I got already a depth there, a happy blue sky. I want to add a touch of red to that
You're still
because
with
it's
the
a
happy
happy
business.
Sunday morning, and it is a
Yeah. All right. I'm not ready for red yet. I went a little crazy with the brush again there. He knows how to run into battle with a paint canvas. I made a lot of blue over here. I think I blew the canvas. Wait, what? Never. I got to get that top spot there, right there. There we go. There we go. There we go. So that's kind of sky, and I think we want to clean the brush now. And Lulu, how's yours looking?
It's coming along.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So what do you think of my sky?
Perfect. Perfect. Absolutely. Is it happy?
Yes, it is.
There's,
All
you
right.
drew a funnel
Makes
cloud.
What's that?
You drew a funnel cloud.
Yes, I
You
didn't want to say
expecting a
anything.
tornado to come out of that?
No, we're gonna smooth this out a little bit. There we go. We'll just kind of do a little bit of that. There we go. We'll just kind of blend that in, kind of blend that together a little bit there. That'll get covered up eventually. Because now
That is kind of like a face. I see two eyes and a mouth.
Oh, well, we got to put the red in now. So now we're going to... And I don't know if he actually goes into red or crimson. I'm actually going to try because he says red, and he has crimson on the palette, but I think the crimson is darker than that. But I think that's darker than the bright red. So I'm not quite sure what he's getting ready to paint on his canvas now. But I'm going to do red, and if it comes out too bright, I'll just add some crimson to it. But I can't really see what Lulu's doing because I keep like messing up my windows. There we go. So let's see. Okay, you got a sky.
Here we
All right.
go. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
kind of a reddish tone in the sky, kind of a reddish tone in the sky. See, red is always sunshine. Red is more sunshine than even yellow. But with that yellow, I couldn't go into the blue. You know what happened? If I go into the blue with yellow, it would turn green. So I have to avoid that. So, but I never show you my box, my almighty box where I clean my brush. Up to now I got hell from people. They wrote me letters, you must have a dirty home. Look what you're doing there. Now I show you the way I do it home. I have a little box there, and I have a 2x4, and I shake it in there, and all the mess is in the box. So,
Okay, I don't like how this is coming out.
now you know that too. Okay.
You could probably take his box,
That's
cut it up,
another
and you have
clue.
individual paintings
No,
come out
we
of it,
will,
right?
we will. Space it in your own mind. Space it in your own mind. I will put the happy clouds in there, a couple lazy clouds.
Oh, we're
We
not
can
ready for the
use-
clouds.
Lazy clouds.
So the red was too bright, so I tried to dull it down with some crimson, and now I just got this, like, you know, reddish crimson blob in the middle here. It's not blending too well with the blue. Maybe if
It's
I add
the apocalypse is happening.
well, here. Maybe I'll add a little more blue over here, and we'll just
Say venison.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to get some frames and burlap and make our own canvases. Right?
Okay.
And we'll go to the paint recycling place because they'll give you paint and get all the different colors from the recycling place. Right? It's
We don't
cheap
have
for us
one.
from what? You
We don't have.
Oh, well, maybe I'll get them and I'll send them to you.
Okay, I think I like this sky. I think this sky's coming along. We got some color there, kind of some sunshine, and we still got some variation in the blue.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, I think this is working good. So now we need to see what he's going to do for clouds.
So red sky in evening, sailor's delight. Red sky in morning, sailors take warning. I don't think I got all the words right.
Yeah, well, Shantico
enough.
is going to stand right under where I want to move
Yeah.
my dripping paintbrush. Okay. All right.
So why does that sometimes look like a TRS-80 monitor?
The what?
Your TV screen.
My TV screen? What do you mean? It's a big screen TV mounted on the wall.
Right, but what are those black things on left and right?
Black things on left and right. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's like you're framing it.
Well, it's keep in mind it's a widescreen TV, and we're watching a TV program from the 70s.
Oh,
It's
so you
not
just
HD.
So
right.
I have full screened the YouTube stream of this episode, which is out there if you want to.
Oh,
try
so the
this
black
yourself.
is part of the image that you're getting.
Right, the black bars on the
Okay,
side
okay,
because
okay.
it's a full frame picture. So it's when you full screen it gives you the
Yeah,
pillbox.
okay, I get it.
You get it, yeah.
It's just that there's this white line along the top on the left side.
Well, that's the title of the video because I've paused it. Good idea. You're gonna toke up, and I'm gonna, dude, Shantico, there's paint thinner in that box. Don't go in there.
That's an idea.
Hey, I've got an idea. Put the cat in a cage.
No. We have the cat carriers just left out and open to allow them to get used to the idea of these things exist and you can crawl in and out of them as you please. And one day they're going to be really surprised.
Yeah. Yeah, but the surprise is on you if they decide never to go into it.
Yeah.
You know what you do is you line it with get a box that fits inside of it and cut a hole in it so they go into a box.
You know, I recently got a package. I think like the box at like my my latest home theater amplifier receiver that I have downstairs came in. The cat was getting all curious, and Shantico looked, peeked in, and jumped in, and jumped out with a bunch of packing peanuts sticking to her. And so we emptied the box, and Kristen cut some doors in the sides of it, and we left it down there. She loves it. She jumps in, she jumps out, she runs through it. Yeah, some of the best cat toys are free. Anyways, I think now he's going to start working on clouds, and I believe fan brush is a good brush for clouds. So I'm going to grab my my fan brush here, and we're going to resume and get some cloudage going here.
But you see, I don't want to copy. What I do now, I had to do it because you wrote in and you asked me, let me see that finished product before you start. I had to paint it all over. But I wouldn't like to copy, and I don't want to use the same colors. Sometimes I do the same painting in the blue or in the green or in the yellow or in any color. And then it is not a copy at least. If
But
you have to,
dude,
this is more for beginners what I do right now.
take the
But I myself, I
finished
hate to
product
copy. I
in
would like to be
post
the
and
master,
put it at the
and I
beginning.
would like to have my own creation. I would have created that. See now, I use other color already in my brush here for the clouds. There I have so much yellow. So
Or take
I
it out of the
like to
bottom
have
of
it
it.
changed. And I wouldn't put the clouds in the same spot where you have those crazy clouds. Clouds move. When I painted that, the clouds are already on the other side on China.
In
You know
China.
that. So why the devil we fiddle around with that? Got to be like that. It doesn't have to be like that. Paint by your heart tells you that.
I'm gonna use
You
some
are
alizarin
the
crimson
master,
with a
you
little
are
bit
the
of Prussian
creator,
blue.
and you
I
should
think
fire
that's what
it
he's
in the
going
way
into.
you want. So this is what I show you. Sometimes a bit different color, but don't get mad with me. We will explain it later on a bit more. Okay, here I fire in a little bit of a cloud. You know, here on that cloud is more yellow in, but I'm in a red mood. What the devil is wrong with that? See, and do it the way you want it, because then it is really not a lousy copy.
You can
And
always
who
see the
wants to
devil when you
copy?
do it.
No, when it was when I started, I copied a lot. But I never will copy anymore. But this is just a show, and I hope I can inspire you. I can get you into that almighty swing. And that is my whole drive here. Okay, I will highlight that, a touch of red. See, now there I used a touch bit more yellow. Now what's wrong? The devil, I use a little bit more blue, or a bit more red. There, look at that, look at that. See? There you are. Highlight, the light is coming from there, highlight it like this. Just go around and dabble it into the inside, dabble it into the inside, you see? There you are, you have two happy clouds, and there's other happy cloud, and there's other happy cloud. There you are, you see?
Happy cloud.
That's
Happy
the way you
cloud.
paint.
Happy
I will
cloud.
never fiddle what I see there, because that is gone. The minute of the day is already finished. That's behind us. The wind has blown it away. The trees are bending in that moment. So try to understand this whole thing. You create now. And that is your own dream and your own creation, whatever you will do. See, now you can use a big brush. It's easier. It is faster. It got to be fast. Don't fiddle around for hours. Because
So,
creative power, we
Benedict,
cannot
I
hold
think we'll
too
use a
long.
4-inch
See, I
brush.
just do it.
What do you think?
Blend it in, make it fluffy, make it
Hello.
cloudy. There you are.
Besides,
There you are. See?
you know, how useful would that be? I got no camera.
And talk to yourself. Tell yourself you are wonderful. Then you get that almighty
Well,
swing.
We're
that
actually
has
doing
to,
a painting.
There is so much power in
virtually.
a human being if you
Right?
just
It's all
ask
in
for
our
that.
mind.
I can do it the other way around. I could say, oh, here's a
Yeah.
lousy paint, I put the lousy cloud
So you
in
just
there,
describe what you're doing in
and
your
I-
mind.
I
That's
fiddle
all.
around and noodle around, and oh, I hate that thing. Powerful. You live now. It's always awful when you go into a restaurant and the waitress comes up to you and she is dozing. Oh, it was hey, are you still sleeping? Can't you wake
Dozing.
up? What's wrong with you? See, and that colors off. And that's the same thing with the painting here. It drives you nuts if you make it. Then you hang up a lousy painting in a lousy home. I make a happy painting, and happy paintings come into a happy home. Okay, now I will go on and paint some kind of a blue and alizarin crimson in the back there. The colors blue and alizarin crimson.
Not ready for that yet. I've still got to blend some more. Gonna fluff these clouds here. I think I should have. So I got some clouds. I got clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look like storm clouds.
Well, I went a little heavy on the crimson on those on the top, and probably not enough so on the bottom there. But they're, you know, it's a cloudy sky. It's, you know, sometimes you need a little rain.
Not anymore.
Sometimes you feel like
see
an
all
onion,
the
sometimes
floods?
you don't.
Where do you think we're painting a field of wildflowers, right? What do flowers need to grow? They need water. Where's the water coming from? The sky. So there we go.
Yeah,
There
but
we
not 5 feet of it.
That's okay.
That doesn't shut your mouth. I don't see you doing
Now,
this.
now, Neo, on the other hand, has gone a little crazy with the storm.
Fuck off.
Is that a tree in the sky, or are you happy to see? I think we got. No, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be harsh. I just.
No, it's just okay. You want to know why I did it that way? Does that show up? Look at that.
Oh, you got a clawed fan brush. Those are the worst kind. I have one of those. I never use that. I'm gonna break it in half next time I see it.
Yeah. So I have to use another kind of brush. So
you need a new fan brush.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll
yeah.
We'll have to keep an eye out for a sale on the Bob Ross site, because I gotta tell you, I bought like a kind
of sucks.
I bought a non-Bob Ross fan brush and it clawed after one use. And now I have an official Bob Ross number 3 fan brush. Works great. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Well, that's what I get for buying. I lost my well, not lost. I think I still have some. Yeah. I'll show you my good set.
Cool.
Hold on.
That's okay. That's okay. You know, sometimes we need
these. I'll go this way. See the clear ones?
Yeah.
That clear. This is my good set.
Yeah, I have.
I love the clear ones.
My liner brush is now it's a Royal, I believe it says on here. Royal Grip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a liner brush like that.
All my clear brushes I love. Only problem is my favorite clear brush, my 10 Royal. Look what happened to it.
Oh.
I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, it kind of got fucked up.
Up.
You know, I just realized we have not brought up any chat, so I am actually going to.
Oh, there we go.
I'm actually going to
see that.
open up another.
Yeah, there's one person there. Darius Edwards says, "Damn it, Johnny."
Okay, well, we'll let Venison monitor the chat then, because I'm not going to bring up another window because I'm trying to control the video over here.
Yeah, not much goes on in there anyway.
So now I believe he was getting ready to mix up some blue and crimson, and what I know from watching lots of Bob Ross episodes is that the blue is a lot more stronger than the crimson. So you want to make sure that you are going heavier with the crimson than the blue. And let's
see, and now you can see just distance background. There's a distance background. Make it stand up. See, I don't go in for little details there. There's far wide dune, blue yonder, blue yonder, blue and alizarin crimson. Beautiful colors. See?
All right, so he's putting a bunch of
what
rows
I do really here,
of things here.
I want to be the greatest teacher on earth. The greatest teacher ever lived.
I actually think I need...
and I want to teach common sense. I don't want to teach baloney. There is so much baloney in the art world that is too much sometimes. And I feel insulted when
really
the guy comes up and he really
color.
cleans his shoes on the canvas and he will tell you that's the way to do it. It drives me nuts. And I hope I can straighten out with those kind of guys. This is what you're doing. You make a happy painting, it's common sense, it doesn't give you any headaches. Even if I want here some insight, I go in with the light again. Take a look on this. That's a beautiful thing. See there, look. See, that means I get a bit of atmosphere in there. But all that will be covered up with trees again. But I tell you, this is a teaching idea, and I would like to do that when I'm finished. At least I know you get so much out of that painting. That is the whole idea. That's the whole idea. So now we fire off with whatever's in the foreground, a touch of yellow, just a touch of yellow in that, but not too hard. Don't do it too hard. That's far away. And always use that almighty brush, that big brush, bit more white, bit more white, bit more white. See? Use that almighty brush. You hear me talking.
So we're going into a bit of yellow and white is what we're doing now.
Home, when I use my shovel, You could talk to my wife. She would say, Bill, he gets his almighty shovel again. And it makes me almighty pond. And the fish are almighty in that pond, and they are happy. I got happy fish in a happy pond. And I have happy ducks in my happy duck pond. Melons are not too nice. I'm sorry, I shouldn't talk like that. I have to change my ducks because they don't talk to me. I do so much for them. And
I
they don't
love
talk
this
back.
guy. Can we do more
Okay.
paintings with
Now the
him?
next step.
Yeah, we could definitely do that.
The flowerful field. You use a bit dark first. Let me use a touch of dark first. You can use the other little brush. I use green, and alizarin crimson, sap green. Take a good look how I messed up my brush. You need dark in order to show light. See, and start.
There's a
off wherever you
Bobism
think-
right there.
Start off wherever you think. From the bottom up. See. What I do, I just messed up the canvas. What I do now, that's underneath the grass, and the flowers are on top, and they hang on top round. So that's what I aim for right now. See, on this side the same. See what I create a depth. Everything dark gets forwards, and everything in the clouds bigger is forwards. And far away, you see the little clouds far away, the lemon far away. That gives you perspective. There is perspective. It's not only in the land, that's in the clouds, that's in the sky, that's in whatever. You paint a little box, you know it's perspective. If you see it right, then it becomes so easy. There's no problem there. Can you see already by having it darker here, it's a illusion. We always have this, the dumb straight canvas. I wish we would have a canvas with a big hole in there. Then we could paint far away in there. But it is not. You have to make it look
This
deep.
guy is awesome.
And that is why we have to create illusions. Almighty illusions. Okay. Almighty illusions. Now on the road, see, I add already a bit other colors in, so this can pop up. A little bit pale green, or kind of a turquoise color in there. See, a different type of a green. On the happy road, I can use a little bit of Van Dyke brown. You see, it's an odd color. Van Dyke brown is dirt. Think about it. The road is a dirty road. Why not put dirt in if you have a dirty road? So it makes so much sense if you think in the right direction. Okay. Now we have done that. The next step is I will create that happy road coming out there. The happy road coming out there. Whatever we have it there, just fire it in like this. Perspective right. Let the colors break. See, that's beautiful when it breaks on you, because this particular paint I use, it will break on you. You cannot use a soupy paint. If you ever try that, don't even try it. I know already it will not work for you. This is it's an almighty technique. You cannot. There's a certain paint will break, and I always go out to buy the paint what breaks. You can go wider this way. See, as wider you get, as more perspective you show. Okay.
He's drawing
The
roads
next step
now.
is I will put some happy birch trees on there.
Remember your paths.
Maybe here far away is one happy little birch tree.
Don't forget to thin it out toward the
On
end.
the other side is the other happy little birch tree, standing up like this. You know, birch trees, they are very much in the family. They come in a bundle, more or less, on the roads or wherever you see the little ones all around there. See? Oh, maybe here we put the bigger one on already. Bigger birch tree.
Oh, it's getting better.
You can have it crooked, straight, whatever. See? And as you come forward, make them bigger, bigger, then your perspective right. It is very easy if you try to understand how you make perspective paintings, how you make depth.
Oh,
It is very easy if you get to understand it right. Everything you make bigger in the front automatically has more color, has more power, and it appears closer. Maybe I just make here one more. I don't have to make the same trees I have there. You don't need that. You can make 10 more if you want, but you can make this. Here I want to show you dead on how you make those trees. Now take a good look on how I use my knife in order to make the birch bark. You see? There. Okay. See? Make it thinner, thinner and slimmer. Look how fine the lines are on top already. And you don't worry about a bit bigger here, because if you watch the trees, you see bark hanging around, and we used to use the birch bark for fire. We started fire. I shouldn't talk about it because kids might start fire now. Birch bark is this birch like gasoline. You
Oh my
take it
God,
off.
this guy!
Now I will show you how we get the birch trees, how we get the. I will add maybe a little touch of alizarin crimson into that, just as you have some little bit of reddish streaks. Reddish streaks. And look, now I pull. Let's start it here. Maybe we can make a good close up and take a good look on this idea here. See, the light is coming from this side, and the tree is dark, and it is wet, and I start from the light and go over to the dark. See, from the light over to the dark, and pull it, see, pull it, nice, see, pull it. It gives you that pull, see, pull it, pull it, pull it, see. You can pull it more. Can you see already the round movement is going around like this? This is what I want you to learn. Now, let me show you some other tricks. Sometimes, I don't know what it is, it's the heat or so, it doesn't pull. In this case, it didn't pull there. I could pull it with the knife, but I give you a little idea how I can do it. Use your fan brush like this and take a good look on this. Then I go and pull it with the fan brush, just over a little bit, you see? Pull it with the fan brush over. There, you see? Now that is something. Now you girls, you will like me. Isn't that fantastic? And leave it uneven. That's the birch tree is uneven. And if you want to pull it back, you can go the other way around and pull the black forwards again, you know? It can be reversed. If you feel you have too much, see, then I pull it back. That is like rubber, that paint, and you have it done. So, okay. Now we will go on and show the other birch tree.
Hey,
See?
my path looks awful because the white did not break.
I like to pull it down with the knife.
But my
otherwise
birch
it's
trees are
easier. See, pull it right with the knife.
kind of birch tree
It's
blobs.
a real beautiful birch tree. And here you can show a little bit too. See, as further you go, it gets smaller, smaller. You just.
I don't think I got the tops of those really kind of thin out the way he does. They look like.
And now you can
They look
see
like
now,
telephone
automatically
poles.
already you wander and the road is wider, the trees are higher, trees getting smaller, and if you want you can have, there's a really small trees going up there, see? Okay,
Let's put a little fuse.
now the next step you can put some happy branches on that thing there if you want to, and you can pull little red, use alizarin crimson in your brush, and you use this kind of a line. They're young birch trees on the side of the tree. Birch trees, they come like that. If you really watch that right, then you will see that the young birch trees, they look first, they're like reddish. You see here's a clump. Oh, we will finish that up like that, and we use it right for the branches. You see, always cover up whatever you think it is not right. There you are. See, here come up like this, and maybe here you just want to branch down like this. You don't have to be always up. But if you are down and forward and back and broken and cracked and whatever, then you do it the right way. See?
Okay, that looks awful.
I wish I had a bit more time to show you a bit more, but we don't have it, and we
All
never
right.
get it, and we have to live with that.
So, I'm no Bill Alexander.
So, this is why I have to sometimes make a little bit shortcuts.
Yeah,
I
but
cannot
you're
show
still
you
getting close.
all I really would love to do. Okay, and here a couple little ones, and here.
Yeah, it's all about the improvement, right?
That's fine. Now you use your
I didn't quite get his
1-inch
yellow
brush,
right,
and you create a bit of tail green, maybe a bit of sap green, and
Now you put the
yellow.
branches
You
in.
wonder where the yellow went.
This will get
Here you put
interesting.
in kind of a, you judge yourself what you want, but the brush is full of paint. The brush, look, I just load up and I mix here kind of a heavy whatever there, you see. And again, see that brush is like a shoe this way, right? Here. See, now I fire in a couple birch tree branches, some leaves and whatever is there, but make it loose, make it hang there, lazy if you want. See, you can cut it down there. See, look at that. Works wonderful. Here you have a couple more in the back. Here you have a couple more in the back. Maybe here, see. Then you got the perspective feeling into that, and here
Looks
you
like he's
fire
building
in
a cell phone
you come
tower. It's
forward.
disguised as a tree.
Pretty much.
There you are. Oh, there. Show them the power if you come forward. See? Okay, now you put the flowers on the field. You put the flowers on the field. Kind of a happy red. You see, and that's it. See, there, look at that. There's happy flowers on the field.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with a little bit of red and dab into the crimson a little bit because his red's darker than Bob's red.
Now there you can do, if you have lots of time, you can do lots of things you want here into the fields. I just show you roughly how you do it. That's all it is. That's the whole idea about that TV series here. If I don't finish it sometime, don't cry, don't cry. You finish it yourself, because then you know the power of yourself. Okay, see, now I put the happy little house in there. I put a happy little house in there, a happy little house in there. Oh, what we have there, maybe you just look underneath first. See, you have that underneath the roof first. Start off like that, and then fire it right down like this.
All right, I'm not ready for the
See?
house. Quite often, when watching the Bob Ross Twitch streams, at the beginning of the painting, people will start, trying to, list the percentage of what the cabin chance is. As the episode goes out, they, like cabin chance, 67%,
And Jose Guzman says, I can't wait to see the results of the painting.
Yeah, I think we can see where this is going. I don't think this is getting much better, but we are going to shoot for a cabin here. How's Lulu doing?
I'm doing all right.
Oh wow! You're really
Nice.
yeah. You see, here's the thing: is that he did this whole like foothill thing, and yellow thing, and his yellow was a greener yellow. And his colors just naturally blended in the way he laid them down. I laid them down, and there's just no blending because they just did not like mix the same way he did. And so I've got this row of yellow and this row of purple and a sky. So yeah, this is not at all coming out anything like I was hoping it would. But then again, I don't think, being that I'm just not at that level. All right, so Lulu, let me know when you're ready to move on to cabin.
I'm just sort of
Colors.
glancing at the screen,
Yeah,
just to see where I'm at.
that's the thing. I've not been pausing as much, which probably, if I want to get serious about this, I probably should pause more and take my time more. Now, Brian, what are you thinking so far?
Oh, it's looking pretty good. It's a good start.
Yeah. What do you think of the chances of you getting the canvas one of these weeks and joining in?
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. I even have some canvases down in the other house.
Oh, awesome! And you just need to order a bunch of paints and brushes and knives.
Well, like I was telling Venison earlier, all I have to do is go to the recycle paint place, pick up any color I want.
Yeah, you got to get the right type of paint. The Bob Ross oil paint. Well, I mean, you can do what you want to do, I guess. But
well, hey, I knew a guy in college that had this old car that was all rusty, and he painted it with house paint and roller.
How did that work?
It was a very unusual color.
Okay, this is an odd one.
Yeah.
Jose sort of saying, "Wow, that's very nice of artwork." Naise.
You might need to Google that one.
Explain,
I don't know.
Jose. Explain.
You're on messenger duty. Google it and tell us.
You know the power of yourself. Okay. See, now I put the happy little house in there. A happy little house in there. Oh, what we have there, maybe you just look underneath first. See, you have that underneath the roof first. Start off like that and then fire it right down like this. See, there you are. And then fire in the roof. You can have it in red and all kinds of other colors, whatever you want. See, fire in a happy little roof there. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? See, and then you fire it underneath. That's dark there. Fire it in like this. See? And then you fire another little roof hanging up there. See, here we say there's this happy little woodshed they have on that house. The happy little woodshed. See? And now you go underneath that woodshed and make it darker there too. See? Look at that, how fast you get forwards, and it gets happier and fresher as you are on living. You see? Put a little bit of a gable on there. See, both ways, this way, this way, this way, this way. Here a little bit of a thing, and maybe you put a little bit of light in there. So that's fine, that's fine. That's fine. Then cut in a happy little door. Cut in a happy little door there. See? And you put the happy little chimney up there. See? And the guy, he can fry his ham and eggs, but he's not living there anymore.
What?
He was drunk.
Exactly. I got, whoa.
What the fuck?
He was tired and he started getting on that lousy butter. And that killed him.
Butter?
Now, see, then you put a little bit of happy growth on here, see? Whatever in colors, in yellow, whatever you want, see? There you are. There you are. Maybe I use a little bit of yellow, lighter color there, just to brighten it up. I don't have to put that road in from the house if you want. You can. It just happened on this particular painting. It's overgrown. See? The guy, I told you he is dead.
He doesn't
That's
live.
overgrown.
He's
there.
dead.
See?
He's dead.
Drinking the bottle too much.
All of a sudden,
Keep up.
Dead.
you can say
maybe he got
that
better.
painting is more or less done. But
More or
you
less
did
done.
rush me. I cannot forgive you there. You did rush me.
I did not.
What more can you do now? You can add a little bit of dark in there, in between there. You can add a little bit more dark, and that's all it is. I thank you for watching me. Bye-bye.
Bye. Look for the credits, quick. Look for the credits. See if you say who the music guy is.
It doesn't. I've looked.
Crap.
In response to overwhelming viewer requests, KOCE has prepared a personal guide to Bill Alexander's Magic of Oil Painting 3.
For those that can't
To
keep up
receive
with
your
them,
copy of this instructional book on Bill Alexander's painting technique, please send $8 to Magic 3, Post Office Box 2703, Huntington Beach, California 92647.
and now we go ahead and we'll sign
The magic
this.
of oil painting is made possible by a grant from Aaron Brothers Art Marts.
I need to get like a thinner liner brush because my liner brush never puts as thin branches. I must have too thick of a liner brush, and my signature doesn't come out quite as I want.
Wow.
Wow,
Oh,
that's good, or wow, that's bad.
No, finding all those definitions for nays. And some of these are a little hairy. One of them, originally born from the premise of babysitter, nays is short for mayonnaise. Recently, it has been discovered that this term is great for pissing off or particularly racist, socially inept German.
Wow. Nays is mayonnaise. Okay, well, I mean, maybe I got like a little bit of a mayonnaise path here because there's so much white on the dirt path. But yeah, there is my painting. Now, I did not make the cabin come out.
Can you zoom it in
Can I?
to
Yeah.
full screen or
Well,
move it forward, whatever?
so here you go. There it is.
So there's your nice little pad. Then you got a cabin. That's the cabin on the right.
Yeah, that's a little
Yeah,
cabin
that's
there,
right.
and we got we got like some of the yellow brush kind of growing up in
Right.
there. And we got some red flowers in the field. We got some birch trees, and we got some different things
Yeah,
going in the
that's cool.
background. Yeah,
That's
okay,
cool.
there we go.
Now, and if you wanted to add a little subject to the center, you could add a bicycle rider rather than
Yeah.
a Viking ship.
Every time I look at that Viking ship, I think to myself, that really doesn't fit.
Well, you didn't do a Viking ship. You did a carnival ride.
Which
Yeah.
which really doesn't fit. And I tell you, I think the bicycle rider is going to look more like a stick figure on a carnival ride.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this one I'm leaving as is. I think I got kind of something here that I think I got a new bathroom painting out of this one. I think this one's going in the bathroom.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, hang on. Let me see if I can find a painting to show you.
Okay.
All right. Now then, just for curiosity, that big gold band you got in the background,
Yeah.
what's that supposed to symbolize?
Let's see. It's not the Purple Mountain's Majesty. Amber waves of grain.
Don't think so.
We got the purple foothills Majesty and the amber waves of grain, and the flower fields of aplenty, and America, America, a birch tree here and there, a cabin and some yellow bushes, from flowers to more flowers. See, they were singing about my painting. Yeah. So I am going to actually
Imagination.
well, once Brian gets back and we look at the painting there, I'm going to turn the show over to you guys for just a few minutes so I can move the equipment downstairs and move my desk chair back in here. And we're going to resume the rest of the show seated at the desk, and we're going to talk about Venison's new vocabulary thoughts.
What about mine?
And Neo. And Neo's got a topic, too. Actually, we already talked about Venison's topic some, so we'll get to Neo's topic.
No, my painting.
Oh, you're painting. I'm sorry. Yeah, talk so we can see it. Or let me...
Well...
I'll click on you. I want to see this.
Well, fuck Christ, man. I actually did a painting this time.
Oh, my God. That is awesome.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, that is... I mean, you got a nice little, water scene on the side there, a beautiful path, and some foothills, and you really, you know what? You fixed the hedges in the sky. I don't know how you did it, but you did it, and that is a, you know what? That right there is going over the fireplace. That ain't going in the bathroom. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I actually did it this time instead of just making mush.
Yeah.
Now Brian is going to show us someone else's painting. While we're showing off our painting, he's got someone else's.
Okay, are we ready?
We are ready.
We got to move the microphone out of the way somehow.
There we go. Now I can see the painting. What?
Physics, man. It's all about physics.
Right. Are you ready? Locked onto my screen?
Yes.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Here we go.
What is that?
Ooh, it's a ship. Oh, and it's got reflection in the water. And
pretty cool, huh?
Now that
is awesome.
That is fit for the dining room.
Or the living room. One or the other. It may have been in the dining room. But this was done. Let me get the mic out there so you can hear me again. This was done in 1926 by my grandmother.
Oh, wow.
Pretty cool, huh?
Beautiful.
Let's see.
And we believe that this ship, in the painting...
Is the ship she came over on?
No.
Okay, good. Sorry.
I don't think these exist. Because it looks like a Chinese junk, and then what the heck? It was probably done from some other painting. So she had this sample, and then she painted it.
Oh.
She also has one of an Eskimo, and we even found the art that she
drew off of.
Huh.
Oh, then that's cool. Well, it's like
then she has some other pictures that are, a cabin in the woods kind of thing.
Yeah.
A mountain picture, and it's all up in Alaska because in 1926 they were in Fairbanks.
That reminds me of, you'd say, painting off a picture. That reminds me of someone I went to Cub Scouts with. They had someone in their family that was a painter, and he painted this beautiful portrait of their son, the kid I was in Cub Scouts with, that was hanging in their dining room. And when his mother was talking about the painting, and my uncle so and so, basically his dad took the picture, and he made a point after mentioning, he took a picture, and blah blah blah. He's like, but I took the picture. He's like, yes, he took the picture.
Right.
He wanted his credit for that work of art.
Right.
He took the picture. Anyways, I'm going to turn this over to you guys for a moment because I'm going to rearrange some furniture in here so that I can pull my desk chair back in and sit at the desk and continue the show. So I'm going to.
So the idea is that we're here not to leave dead air.
Yeah, because
so
I'm going to.
Continuing on the painters and families, if you look up Jose Rivas or Candelario Rivas, you will find two Hispanic painters that not only painted in San Francisco, but also painted in Los Angeles for theater companies and for and painted murals on theaters.
Cool.
But I think it was Candelario that painted for the background of The Wizard of Oz, and let's see, what else did he do? Oh, he
So he
was
probably saw the guy behind the curtain.
probably.
That's cool.
But also, he was a painter for the Catholic Church, and he did a painting of Pancho Villa's wife.
Oh, so a portrait then.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Portrait. And they're my.
It was after we captured him, right?
No, it was before. Of course, it was before.
Well, but
No,
the wife wasn't necessarily with him. Actually, I don't think we ever captured him.
No?
You'd have to look it up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Essentially, that whole mission was a failure.
Wow. See, I don't know much about that, but
Well, you know about the painting of the wife.
well, no, I
You
do
got
know
half
about
the
the
story.
painting.
Yeah.
Well, I know about the painting of the wife because that's what's told in my family.
Oh, it's still a good
He's
story.
yeah. He's Candelario and Jose Rivas are my great grandfather and my great great grandfather. There's a biography of them with some of their paintings online that was done by the family, and it gives a background on them. But yeah.
Oh, so what was that? The wife's name?
I don't know the
Pancho
wife's
Villa's wife?
name. I don't know the Pancho Villa's wife.
Maria
But,
Luz Corral.
But supposedly he was the one that painted her, and it was Candelario Rivas.
Yeah.
I don't know though.
Brian, what are you doing on your phone?
I'm looking up Pancho Villa.
Yeah, he's looking up Pancho Villa to see if it's actually true. I mean, like, it could just be a family legend, like, story, but I mean, like, that's what's been told in the family anyways.
Yeah, no, I think. Well, I mean, it's not going to be in here about painting the wife, but you get the story. He died when he was 45 years old in Chihuahua, Mexico.
Yeah.
Rather than some federal prison.
Yeah, I
don't think we captured him at all. There was a big battle, but I think he escaped to Mexico.
Yeah.
Are you trying to say you're related to Pancho Villa?
No. No, she didn't say that at all.
No, I'm not related to Pancho Villa.
The wife.
No, my great great grandfather painted Pancho Villa's wife. He was recruited to paint her, and then he came back to the family, and Pancho Villa got him again because he was pissed off because how her nose came out, so he had to paint her again. Yeah, that's the story.
Okay.
And then there's another story in the family where Candelario was petitioned by the Catholic Church to repaint the painting of the
Something fell.
Oh no. Well, he was petitioned to or recruited, or however you want to put it. But they wanted him to retouch up the Virgin of Guadalupe. So if you look at portraits of her before and after the family moved to Los Angeles, she looks totally different. Because that was his no, not before Los Angeles. It was
Yeah.
No. There was a when did there was a date with that was said in the biography. But at that time, when there was a point where you could see, if you look at a picture of the Guadalupe at that point and a picture after that date, it was changed. There was touch-ups done, and they weren't the same, and that's because he touched it up. Because if you compare his to his paintings of women, there's distinct features that you can tell.
To answer Dune's question, yes, Skype is up, and yes, I am now driving it if you want to Skype in.
And Dune, of course, Skype's up. I'm here.
I think Dune wants to weigh in on Venison's topic of that. No one wants to.
No.
Please, no. Let's not go down that road, please and thank you.
Yeah. So now you get to watch a side angle of me sitting at the computer with, oh man, my TV's still on, so you could see whatever was up on my screen, which is basically the channel pause, look at the chat room, so we have a still of Dio reaching her. Let's turn off that display now.
Please and thank you.
Yeah, we'll just do that. There we go. We turn off the receiver. That turns off the video going there. Anyways, you know what? Skype has this great new feature.
Side angle.
It does this thing where it's like, hey, I see someone's calling in, but you already have a call going, so I'm just going to quietly put a little text up here on the window you're not looking at and not make a peep.
Yeah, and make a little. There's like a little symbol that says "connect these two" without saying "connect these two."
Oh, now is Venison still here?
Then maybe not.
Okay.
Yay, Venison.
We're gonna do that, and I think that fixes it.
Hey,
is he back?
I believe so. 2 of 3 in the call. Oh, okay. So that would be me. That'd be Dune.
Yeah, there he is.
3 of 3
is joined.
Gators.
Yeah. I thought it said Venison 88 joined.
Lulu.
Gators.
Lulu. I know where she is.
Your TV screen is very bright and blue.
Oh, that's because there's no signal. But if I get
can you turn that off, please? It's kind of blinding.
I don't want to disturb the cat.
Fuck the cat! Turn the fucking TV off!
Why don't you switch cameras so you're getting the camera from the laptop?
Yeah, my mom always said that.
On the back of it. Okay, that's different.
Thank you.
Here we're going for a ride, and we're going for a ride.
The cat is fine.
There we go. Wow, this chair has got a great surface for it to balance on.
I wondered why the thing wasn't. Nothing was moving. It paused. There we go.
You hit pause.
I hit pause.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't hit pause. If you take your earbud out, it goes on to pause automatically. It's a feature.
I got 4 paws on the back of this chair here.
Yeah, exactly.
So how'd the painting go?
It went good. It's in the other room. You didn't see any of it?
Oh, I could see. No, I was busy. I was fixing my cussathon from last night.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
We believe in free speech here, dude.
That's a good question.
We don't practice censorship on this network. If you're gonna fuck, fuck.
Hell no.
If you're gonna shit, shit. But they're
If you're going to cough, you cough.
But now venison, on the other hand, is a little having second thoughts about other words, though.
Yeah, does it end with an R or not?
Well, in case you're wondering, everything did go okay. I didn't have to kick the door open at Musician's Friend. Guitar Center, same thing.
Did you go in with earbuds on with Boz playing?
I actually had it. I listened to it a little bit before I left work, so I was okay. Funny thing was, the same dude, same cat,
same dude was there. It's like, oh hey, you're here again. That worked out so well. You came back for more.
The funny thing was, it almost. Do you have a minute? I can tell you this story.
Yes,
it's not very long.
we got a minute.
Well, it actually kind of started off a little tense because when I there's hardly anybody there this time. I found out that if you go to the Guitar Center on a Sunday, that's the big day.
Yeah.
Everybody's there on a Sunday.
Oh, I could have told you that.
Yeah, well, I found that.
I've never been to a Guitar Center, and I could have told you that.
So I walked in. I walked back to the room where all the stuff is, where I got the interface, and nobody's there. Nobody's around. I'm like, I walk a little farther in, go over to the counter, and I look over. And by the way, Johnny, they do have a room full of guitars.
Oh, nice.
They really do because said dude that helped me was back there going, he's playing on guitar.
He's testing the product.
And so I did that. I kind of like moved my keys around. No. So I gotta walk through the place to the room where he's at and make eye contact. Now he makes eye contact with me, and I kind of wave, and he kind of just looked at me
like, "Hey!"
And then then he just looked right back down, and kept on playing the guitar. And I was like, "Really? Are we gonna go here?" And then it's like
he thought you came in to say
realized,
hi and wave and move along.
It's like he realized that I work here.
Oh, that's right. I'm on the clock.
I work here, so he's like, I had to get my guitar on, man.
There you go. That's it.
Well, to be fair, this dude don't know you're hearing drums. He don't know. He
don't know.
He don't know. You two got different soundtracks going. He's
he thinks he's a philosopher, I think, is what I end up finding out.
Sometimes life is like an audio interface. Sometimes it mixes things together, and sometimes it don't mute.
Sometimes it don't. That's right. So I told him, I said, well, I want to exchange this. And he goes for a Focusrite? I was like, well, yes. I said, but there's something wrong with this. And I told him what the deal was with it, and he didn't really even seem to care.
What's that?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. So he didn't seem to care that it had the knob was bad on it. It doesn't shut off all the way.
Well, he immediately said, "You're here to exchange it for a Focusrite." He's done this before. He knows.
Yeah, I think he's been. I told him, I said, listen, I said, yeah, you're lucky. I said, I'm here today. He goes, well, I said, if I came last night, it could have been ugly. It was just going to be funny. And of course, then he starts philosophizing. He goes, well, whenever I have problems, when I'm doing a performance or a gig or whatever, he goes, I try to write down the things that went wrong and the things that went right, and then I balance them out. And I go, listen, nothing went right with this. Yes.
Dude, yeah. I didn't come here for philosophy. I came here for a Scarlett.
I told him, listen, I said, mix minus does not work when it's just a little bit.
Yeah.
So anyway, then he somehow told me a story about the Rolling Stones and the album Tattoo You, and how the sound engineer hung a microphone over something that was hooked to a realistic amplifier or something, and that made this great sound. I was like, do I look like I give a fuck? I don't know. So I think he finally realized.
Next time you're recording a rock album and you're going for a gritty sound, you keep that in mind. But when you're doing a radio show that people don't want to hear themselves back,
I said, this is for Skype. That's what I'm using. That's what. And of course, he goes, Skype. Kind of looked at me all crazy. He's like, I said,
you know what? He's telling a whole different story on his stream tonight. Dude, this guy came in. He bought
$160 interface for
Skype. I'm there, giving him great tips on how to record the next Rolling Stones album. What's he doing? He's making Skype calls on a $200 interface. The fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the
Well,
really
he
funny
tells
thing,
it.
he when he reached out, he tried to reach over and grab me the cheaper version. I was like, no, the one next to it. That one.
No.
And also tried to upsell me on the whatever it is, the pro.
He tried to downsell you and upsell you on the same transaction.
I want the same transaction.
This guy's a pro.
Like I said, nice though. Everything went well. I mean, like I'm not bashing on Guitar Center. I just want everybody to know it was very simple. I didn't have to argue. I was a little upset from last night. Can't help it. But I went in.
Gave you his music history lesson and philosophy.
He took care of it. He shook my hand. I once again told him that he stole his cell from Sweetwater, which this time he was happy about. I think he got it this time.
You had to explain that one.
I had to explain that.
And he was like, "Oh, he said that a second time. He must be looking for a different reaction from last time." I'll just smile and nod.
So anyway, that turned out okay. That was good. So
that's great.
So it's working.
Yay! Yay!
Lights flash.
So we can test that. So we are ready for Ray Rachel to call in on the next Dune and Bob show.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about it because we may have to move it up a few hours though. We'll have to see what happens.
We told her what title was, and she was like, "Dude, yeah, I'll be there." And then she contacts you an hour later and is like, "Dude, give me an hour to set up." And it's like,
I'm not like you normal streamers that do 7-hour streams.
I don't think you understand our schedule.
Yeah, we're like bing bang boom, in out gone.
Yeah, we do.
Well, Dune, did you ever get in touch with Mary?
Okay, by the way, Johnny, I do have to apologize to Venison, and you might want to write this down.
Okay.
Because this don't happen very often. Venison, it wasn't that he was stoned, it's that he was stoned. So what happened is in his mind, and I've been asked, in his mind, we had just watched a clip with that lady he was talking about, when in reality it was an hour before. So that's what it was. It was the gal with the birthday song. That's the one Venison was talking about.
Okay.
The one you said you know her, the Mary, what's her name? I forget the name now.
Oh, anyway. When he called in, he was talking about the girl that we were watching an hour ago. Got it.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah.
We're going like, we don't know, because Johnny had been typing all the names in the chat room, and he knew he didn't type that.
You see, we weren't stoned, so our mind was on the present. Venison was still an hour behind us.
Yes.
So that's...
But you're technically right, so I had to apologize.
Yeah, but also, problems, mechanical problems, too.
That's okay. Hey, I am proud of you. You knew who it was. You knew the name. I mean, you even tweeted her. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Like I said, she was part of our crew once.
That's right. And Neo, thanks for being around in the last couple of days. It's kind of nice to have somebody in the chat room we know.
Yeah.
Because usually
not a problem.
It's usually in there people just saying horrible stuff to Johnny and I.
Yeah.
That's what we're used to. That's what we're used to.
Yeah, we got a troll, and he's that is why Dune has set the rules to super, like if you type two letters that use the same letter two times in a row, it's like, dude, you're spamming.
That's right. Yeah, you can't say rolling with two O's.
No,
no. Oh, hell no. No.
Oh hell no. We're not. No rolling like that here. You take your rolling. You take that over someplace else.
Don't even try to type banana. It'll probably ban you.
Yeah.
Right.
It'll ban nan you.
Forget Mississippi.
Oh wait, I can do it. There, I forgot. I can't do that.
You can't do that.
Yeah,
oh my god, guys.
Oh, anyway, there we go. But yeah, my flight leaves at 5:00, so I don't know what I'm going to do next Sunday. We'll have to figure something out.
Just stay up all night.
I'll help with the show.
Well, there you go. You need to do
There we go. As we've already determined, there doesn't have to be a Bob, so there doesn't have to be a Dune.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's all optional. Completely optional.
Exactly.
That's true. Okay, well, listen, I will let you cats go. I'm glad this is done. My flashy lights are flashing like they're supposed to.
Okay. I'm going to have to, when I hang my painting in the bathroom, I'll take a picture of it and send it onto the Twitters. In the meantime, if you check out my latest tweets, you're not going to want to scroll because I got a video of my cat Hestia she was eating cat food, and I know you're thinking like, "Wow, cat eating cat food," but she was using her paw, like she was actually like putting her paw in the dish, pulling up food, and bringing it to her mouth.
A few cats do that.
Yeah, I don't. I was looking at this. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And I was like, no, don't stop. Let me get the camera out.
Yeah, let me get the camera. Don't stop now. That's right.
Yeah,
Don't stop.
yeah. No, and normally a cat will stop what it's doing when you get the camera out, but ain't nothing getting between Hesty and her food. As soon as I get in the door from work, she does her little croaking type of meow at me until food shows up. And they say you can't get a cat to do tricks. Well, this cat, as I start lowering the bowl, I figured out if I kind of hesitate as I'm lowering the bowl, she'll stand up on her hind legs to kind of get up at the bowl. And so I do this every day now. I don't let the bowl go to the floor until she's done her little trick. And then I put it down, pat her head, and she chows down.
Okay, that's dry.
Listen, like I said, I'll let you go and I'll get out of here. But by the way, just so you know, when you guys get off the air, if you want that, the Radio 1 guy is actually, he just came on. So you might want to check him later. That's that dude that has the green screen suit on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Radio number 1. So Radio 1 guy.
Radio 1 guy. Yeah, we'll check it out over on the Twitch. All right, thanks for calling
people,
in.
Take care.
See ya.
See ya. Where's the button? Here's the button.
Right.
See ya, Dune.
If I push a button, it makes Venison disappear as well. Oh wait, that would have been a bonus.
Oh.
Okay, fine.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
So, Johnny, should you put that Twitch show up on the monitor?
Well, we're not going to watch it now, but we want people
Just
to
to
watch
peek
this.
at it.
Just to, all right. You want to peek at it? Let's bring it up and let's see if I can find it. But it's this dude that just wears a green screen suit and does Radio 1. Radio 1 guy. Radio the number 1 guy. And let me find my.
I'm never ever going back to Wired.
All right.
Again, this is working too good.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
Oh, the hell?
There we go.
Wild Chipperson says,
See, because he wears a green screen suit, so he's just a floating head
I remember
and hands. I guess he's doing some card tricks right now.
Can you share screen or full screen that?
I could do that.
like,
oh, okay. That's a one way to do it.
17 years ago, I'll never forget. And they did this thing where they would decide it was time to go to the bathroom in their diaper.
You so delayed.
Kid. And this kid, his name was Willie. He was a cute kid, too. Cutest kid, but he'd lean against the wall and he'd just close his eyes and just go, just go to town, you know what I mean? Filling up that diaper.
Are we talking about a kid shitting in his diaper?
We'd all laugh. You know, not at him, because you don't want to traumatize the kid when he's doing stuff like this, but we laugh. We'd laugh with him. And then eventually, you know, he'd done what he was supposed to do. And boy, howdy, that was the worst smell. Like, so much worse. Even
so
worse
this is
than the
Radio
Love's
1
truck
guy.
Stop that I was at yesterday on the way home from Santa Fe, New Mexico.
What do you think, Brian? You think we could be more like him? Talk about like toxic shit and wear green screen suits?
Deep sewage.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Or should we stick to painting?
But I love that.
Well, you could paint wearing a green screen suit. That way, you could see the picture through your body.
Oh my God! This is great. We get like a camera that just zooms in on the painting, and we
Yes,
wear
we
a
see
green
the
screen
hands
suit. So we're like
and the
painting
brush.
our own background, including, and we're just as we continue painting, we're just a floating head over our painting that we're painting. This is trippy, man.
All right, you're gonna he can play an A and an E chord pretty well. Oh, that's the rules.
No.
My nephew is pretty awesome.
No,
Short
okay,
doses
all
of
right. Well, we're gonna bring this down a little bit here.
That's amazing.
We just leave that right over there because
You can't see at all.
everyone wants to see the cat butt. I think is what they the big
Cat
fluffy
butt
tail.
is more amusing. We can all dress up as cat
Look at that
butt.
fluffy tail. That is a fluffy tail. Is that a Yeah.
I'd
I don't see
rather
it.
I'd rather dress up as cat butt.
Show them sweet picking techniques like Frank Gambari.
I'm just saying.
Anyways, so what should we talk about now?
I agree.
I got a rant.
Good on you,
Okay. All right. Well, I could go for a good rant.
Did you get that from Amazon?
Well,
Well, go ahead. That was just a silly question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was supposed to do this to make it sound funny.
oh,
What sound funny?
Your joke or your attempt at humor.
Oh,
Did she get her rant off of Amazon? You know.
right. Oh, so she didn't even hear me.
Well, no, I didn't do the drum fill, so it didn't sound like a joke.
Oh.
Well, I had to turn that volume down so I could turn up my sound effects. Anyways,
okay. That Radio 1 guy is really distracting me.
all right. We'll go ahead and we'll turn that off for now. But you could all check that out after this show. So go ahead with your rant.
I don't know. Maybe it's just this Walmart. Maybe it's just all Walmarts. Maybe it's just, minimum wage people in general that work at large companies, and they're trying to sell products and they just don't give a fuck because of the general public.
Well,
But
yeah.
I've noticed that.
Reason.
Yeah. But I've noticed that every time when I'm in the electronics department, I usually have to help a customer because the fucking employee doesn't know their ass from a hole in the ground.
No.
Okay.
I had to do that a few times.
I will say that that is a fair assessment of Walmart. But who are you really mad at? The employee that's creating the situation, or the customers that are looking for help from not employees?
I'm mad at the corporations and the businesses for hiring stupid employees that don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Well, see, the thing is, they would have to pay the person. The guy
Exactly.
had expertise. And they're not going to do that.
Now they could offer.
There was just a big deal between Bernie Sanders and Walmart that, hey, you should be paying $15 an hour, and they ignored him. So Walmart's only going to pay him $12 an hour.
Well, okay, so if someone walks in and says, "Hey, I want a Straight Talk phone," it's like, okay, so here's the options. Would you like me to bag that for you? Okay, there's one simple issue. My mom went in today. I didn't know this. I didn't know what she was looking for, but she goes up to an employee that's in the electronics section and goes, "Hey, I've had this phone for over a year that's not been activated. It used to be on AT&T. I would like to get a Straight Talk SIM card with a Straight Talk SIM card so I can use it. I've bought this phone and it's in my name." It's like, okay. And the fucking person goes, "Well, you need to check your serial number on your phone to make sure that it works with Straight Talk." And she kept repeating herself until my mom said, "Fine, I'll go home and go look." So, instead of being a reasonable fucking person that would have been looking into the fucking Straight Talk shit, wouldn't you think, it's an AT&T phone. Straight Talk is compatible with the major companies that produce cell phones or that give cell phone coverage, two of them being AT&T and Verizon. If it's a fucking AT&T phone, more than likely the fucking SIM card is going to fucking fit into it.
Yeah, one thing I will say is when I worked in the electronics department at Walmart, the customers remembered me because for them it was like, oh wow, there's the guy that actually knows what he's talking about. Let's go So every time I had people that would seek me out, and I knew it was time to leave when one of the regulars came to me and she said, "Oh, one of these days you'll be manager of this store," and I was like, "Oh hell no, I'm not letting that." Oh, Lulu froze. Oh, she moved. But yeah, that's when you know it's time to quit retail. When your customers are going, someday you'll be managing this store.
You froze too. I had to reboot the whole page.
Oh, it happens. But yeah. When you're told that, that's pretty much when you're like, hell
no to the no, hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, hell no to the no, hell to the no, to the no, hell to the no, to the no.
Yeah, so that's why I quit Walmart. Leave it to the people that don't know what they're doing. You know, they could offer... When I worked there, they actually at one point, about 2 years into my job there, gave us a little pocket handbook that would we could look up things about the electronics we sold, which, of course, was outdated about, 3 weeks later. And they didn't print another one up until probably another 5 years. So it's...
No, I mean,
the only thing they really trained us on, and mind you, Walmart has this computerized based training that you have to go through all of it and do the quizzes or whatever. But the only thing they really train you on is how to run a register, how to smile and offer help, how to walk people to the correct part of the store.
But that's all you're getting paid for.
Right. Well, but if they really want you to provide the quality of service that they're claiming that they want
don't
of
want
you,
that. They just want you to sell, get the money in the register.
Yeah, but you know
That's
what?
it.
You know how you get the money in the register? You explain to the customer. If you answer
But
the
you would
customer,
have to pay you more, and they're not going to do that.
would they really? I mean, like, if they actually see someone working decently and getting the fucking money into the damn store, I can see getting, like, a fucking raise. But the rest of these motherfuckers actually out there going, I don't know what the food is. I'm sorry. You're not going to get a fucking raise. You're not going to put money into the fucking job. So I think, honestly, they should be the fucking janitor.
Yeah, the only way to get a raise, to really get a raise at Walmart, is to climb the ladder. Which means if you're good at selling DVD players, either you're gonna find another job and get out of there, or you're gonna go into the management trainee program, where basically you're telling other people to sell DVD players, and in which case you're not helping the customers really. You're just telling
exactly,
people.
And that just cycles that way.
Yeah. It's big
corps don't like giving out raises. Period.
I forget if it was.
They absolutely have to.
This reminds me of another topic. A&P. You know what A&P is famous for?
Apples and pears.
No. Wait, Brian. You've never been to an A&P?
Probably once or twice when I lived in the East Coast. But
okay, yeah, all right. So yeah,
but we went to Grand Union. That was closer.
Yeah, I just know they were more expensive.
Well, A&P is famous for being the grocery store that pioneered the idea of letting people grab their own merchandise off the shelves.
Oh, so a friend of mine grew up in a little grocery store. And I asked him, by the way, were you guys self-serve or were you guys a full-service grocery store? He says, oh, to us, self-serve meant shoplifting.
But yeah, grocery stores used to be, you went up to a counter, you told the person what you wanted, they went and grabbed the stuff and they rung you up. And the guy that ran A&P, he realized that he could save money by letting people go get their own damn product off the shelves, their own damn selves, and walk their happy little asses to the register with their products, and then he didn't have to hire as many people, and he could save money.
Right.
and
You would have one guy at the cash register. That's it.
Right. And that has gone one step further with the self-check concept that a lot of these stores have.
That's right. There's nobody there.
Now, not only are you going and getting the stuff off the shelves yourself, but you're ringing it up yourself and you're bagging it yourself. And so it's kind of like over time, more work has been transitioned away from paid employees to the consumer who's not getting paid to do it. Although one might say, well, if this company's saving money, they can pass some of those savings on to you. So in that sense,
this is the thing that cracks me up. In the self-service checkout, and there's an attendant there, or even whether there's an attendant there or not, you're not allowed to buy liquor.
Right.
Which also includes if there's a attendant there that can check the IDs. No, you cannot buy liquor here.
Huh.
Well, you know,
that's California rules.
Well,
it has to be a person, not a machine.
This is hashtag first world problems. But the point
But
is,
you also know what's funny? They're now also making self checkout machines 20 items or less, and then also they're limiting how many machines are open, and then they're limiting whether they're cash or check. Cash or cash or card. Yeah,
computer on a break.
Now,
or it's like the toll gates on some of the bridges in the Bay Area. It's like, wait a second, why is that one always closed? Is that the one that's always taking a break?
Yeah. What's up with
what's the deal, man?
Now grocery
it's
stores.
automated.
Grocery stores will take it to the next step that you can grab a hand scanner on your way in the door, scan your items as you put them in the cart, and then.
No, my brother does that.
Right now, I've never.
Yeah,
done
and I
that.
went with him once.
But yeah.
No, wait. Getting back to that self-checkout thing, you realize, you can't buy alcohol there because then anybody can come up there, including a kid, grab a bottle of 100 proof vodka.
Sure. No. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. But when there's a tenant there that can take the ID, there's no way around it.
Well, there's no guarantee that the attendant there is going to be able to take the ID. I mean, that person's multitasking already.
Yeah, but the regular registers, there's no guarantee the guy's going to take the ID.
Hashtag first
What's
world
the difference?
Problems. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, but what I was getting at with this whole thing is that that's kind of the concept of retail, is let the customer serve themselves. And I guess that's even going into let the customer do their own damn research. We're not going to hire people that we're going to, train or test.
They're interested in selling a box.
It's like, they could answer some questions. Maybe there ain't no guarantees, but they could point you in the right direction. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's now here's one thing though. There are pay grades to departments, and electronics is one of the higher paid departments in a Walmart because you are working with technology. I don't know if this is still the case when I was there. Yes, electronics employees had a higher pay rate than other departments. Now it was probably like by a nickel, but it's so.
And that explains why the Walmart in my area typically has no one in the electronics department.
That's fucked up because security would not
everything's locked up.
Even so
you can't do anything.
Well, are the DVD players locked up? Well, then again, who cares about DVD players anymore? The
VHS tape players are not locked up.
There you go. DVDs were very high theft because you could just slice the side, grab the disc, stuff them in your pocket. That's why they have those little tabs that make them like impossible to open up.
Of course, they have their cameras all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
For some reason, this Walmart, they like to send the Secret Service after me.
I don't know. I do remember. Oh yes, there was a young lady that I worked with at Walmart. Her name was Elena, and this other guy I worked with, he hooked up with her a few times, and then we found out that one day she wasn't there anymore, and well, here's what happened. Backstory. So we had a shared register in electronics,
and
Really?
that, which means anyone that worked in the electronics department could just log in, ring up a customer, and I remember one day, and basically we would take turns counting it out at the end of the day. It's like, oh, someone, counted out. Oh yeah, I could do that. And so one day I count out the register, and it's like $200 or $300 short. And, but they didn't write me up for it because I was just counting out the register that everyone was sharing. And I remember one day that they asked Elena to count the register, and she's like, I ain't doing that. I'm busy doing this. And they got a little adamant, like, no, you count the register. And she's like, no, I ain't counting the register. And I couldn't understand why she freaked out so much over counting the register. And so I counted the register, and it was short $300 again. I'm like, whatever. I don't know what happened. But there's your count. Loss prevention can figure it out. And so because that was happening, they set a rule that only one person could run the register at a time. And so Saeed was running the register. And one day something happened that someone needed to be rung out, and someone decided to just log into the register and go ahead and ring the person out. And then at some point, Elena and Saeed got in a little fight over the trash can. And he was getting all like up in her business, like, get away from here. And she's like, what? I'm just trying to take out the trash. They asked me to tidy up. And so I asked her, what the hell's up with this? She's like, I don't know. I just wanted to take the trash out. I was just going to grab the trash bag, throw it in the compactor. And he got all like, pissy with me. And I'm like, well, dude, why did you fight him? I'm like, well, they told me to take the trash out. Okay, whatever. Gee, Saeed's going nuts. What the hell? Well, it turns out she was tossing cash into the trash can.
Oops.
Oh my God.
And she was mind you, this was someone I thought was a friend, a work friend, let alone, and I would never imagine was. I mean, that's the thing. You work with Walmart, everyone that works there. You're going to eventually find out that there's some people that will just think nothing of stealing, and you would never think it was them. There was one guy at the photo department that got fired because he was not charging his friends for everything that they were bringing to his counter when he was ringing people out. And, he seemed like the nicest guy. You like him. He's totally like ripping off. It's like, dude, what's wrong with these people?
Maybe they felt entitled and thought they weren't being paid enough.
I mean, maybe that's how they feel, but whether or not you think that Walmart is, basically robbing people blind by not paying them their worth, that doesn't entitle you to steal from them. That two wrongs don't make a right.
Fringe benefit.
For me, when I talked about the benefits of working at Walmart, I was talking about the cute chicks that worked in the neighboring departments.
Wow.
I tried that. I once went on a date with the lady that was working at the fitting room, and that's when I found out that her and Jesus were tight, and And well, no, actually, that was
between her legs.
And I was like, "Hey, that's cool with me. That's fine."
Did she have a cross up her twat?
I wasn't going to check it out. No, I mean, basically, it was made clear to me by her friends that she that nothing was going to happen until marriage, and I was still, I was like, well, dude, I'm just talking about dating her, and yeah, sure, that's fine by me, and so we went to the movies, and it was all right, and I thought we were getting along all right. And so then I said, hey, you want to go out again sometime? And she goes, well, gee, I would, but I have to move this weekend. Moving in with my parents, they're going to help me finish classes. Just going to move my stuff over to. Hey, well, you could help me move. I'm like, yeah, I can help you move. Sure, I'll help you move. Yeah, I'll help you. So, basically date number 2 is helping her move and meeting her parents and, lugging
Sweet.
stuff.
Parents
And
on
she-
the second date.
Yeah, parents on the second date, and moving her furniture down 2 flights of stairs with her dad. You know, this is exactly who I want to be moving furniture with, and this is exactly what I want to be spending my second date doing. Yeah, we loaded up the moving truck, and we said, okay, why don't we stop for a break? We went to Wendy's for lunch. You know, Wendy's, the fast food restaurant of choice for second dates, and that is when I got to experience the very odd experience of saying grace in a fast food restaurant. Yeah, which was awkward because I'm like reaching for the burger, and the sign of the cross starts happening. And it's like, oh yeah, I was totally reaching for my head. Got it. So we they offered their thanks for this wonderful bounty of feast we're about to engage in, and thanks so much for providing us with Jonathan's assistance. So God got the credit for all the work I did.
Right.
He's always.
You know what gets me about Wendy's though?
Yeah.
So for years they've had nuggets, right? Like everybody has nuggets.
Yeah, they got nuggets. They got dollar nuggets. You get like a pack of 5 for $1, I think.
Sure. And then they had chicken strips, which were way better.
McDonald's has got the chicken strips now.
Yeah. And although the McDonald's here don't have the right sauces. In the UK, the sauces for McDonald's is better.
Oh.
Anyway,
okay.
So recently Wendy's discontinued the chicken strips because they think that nuggets are better.
No, they think nuggets are cheaper. Cheaper is the word you're looking for.
And kids buy nuggets. So
Kids,
let's teach
they
our
don't care.
teach our kids to eat the crap.
Dude, you're going to Wendy's. What do you expect?
Exactly.
Dude, I think I'm gonna get some fucking chicken strips tonight.
Oh my
That's what I'm
God,
thinking.
she's got some munchies. She's got
I got
some
fucking munchies.
Oh my God, we're talking fast food
Fuck.
to the stoner here. Way to go, Brian. Anyways, so
Don't
I
you have an emergency bag of chips?
Yeah, I think so somewhere.
So she continued working on the Walmart for a few months after the move to Augusta, which was a long commute from Augusta to Rockland. And so I said, hey, how about another date now? I helped you move. Maybe we can go catch another movie or something. And, she's like, well, it's... I'm really still settling in from the move, so I
think we should see other people.
Well, no, that's if she said that, I would understand what she meant. But she said, I'm still settling in from the move. I need a little time to settle in, and I'm like, okay, I understand. Oh, good. I'm glad you understand. Yeah, I understand. Just give you a little more time, and I took her at her word. So when she said, I'm glad you understand.
Yep.
Guys
are way too.
She didn't get that I didn't understand because she didn't clarify that she was basically like you already helped me move.
Well,
I don't
you
need you
made
anymore.
that line open from what you said.
Well,
So
I said
she
I
was just grabbing
understand,
onto it. You
as
understand,
in
boom,
I
good, we're
understand. Because I'm an understanding person. You need time. You take all the time you need. I didn't understand that she meant till the end of time.
Right. And you don't know when that will be.
I take
You are not the chosen one.
my biggest flaw is I take women at their word, and you must never do that.
You just learned that? God.
No wonder.
Hey, I finally found a woman who means what she says, and I married her. So there we go.
Fuck, man. May the truth be told.
Just speak the truth, and it'll work out fine. And I found someone who speaks the truth. When I said, "Hey, we should hang out sometime if you're ever on the East Coast," and when she said, "Yeah, well, my family just moved to Connecticut, so we could do that sometime," she actually meant, "Yeah, my family moved to Connecticut. We can do that sometime." It wasn't just a line, and so I married her. And anyways. But back to the girl I didn't marry. So I thought.
I thought you were done with that.
So a few weeks passed, and I asked again, like, "Hey, how's the settling in going? Maybe we can get a movie sometime." No, I didn't understand. That's the point of this.
Wow.
I thought
but you said that you understood, so you effectively
So
lied.
then she said, "Well, I'm really just
Actually, I think at this point I called her sometime. I gave her a call. I said, "Hey, I was just calling to see how you're settling in and it was going. Maybe I could take a drive out to Augusta and we go catch a movie or something." And she's like, "Well, Augusta's just so far from where you're at, and I just don't know if I really, see. That's a long." And I'm like, "Dude, look, I'll do the driving. I got a car. I don't mind driving out to Augusta to hang out. And so she goes, "Well, I'm really just not feeling this." I'm like, "Okay, that I understand." It's like you could have opened with that,
Right.
It's like, you stupid broad. Instead of like, dragging on, just stab me in the heart.
So instead, I had a date with Wild Turkey that night, and it was a long date, and it ended in tears, and I felt great the next morning, and there. So that's the
TV show Cheers.
No, so nothing to do with the TV show Cheers. It would just me and a bottle of Wild Turkey and breaking down like a baby in the middle of the night and going to sleep.
Dude, even I knew someone was up as soon as she said, "Oh, help me move."
Yeah, that should have been my first hint.
Right.
She didn't seem like the type that would use me, though. I didn't.
They all seem like the type.
Yeah, to be fair, I made a little mistake early on in that friendship, and I didn't realize it till shortly after one of our first conversations. Because I'm socially awkward. I don't know if you've noticed, but
really?
We didn't notice.
Thank you.
No, not at all.
Could you be a little more convincing, a little less sarcastic, maybe?
No, really, I haven't noticed.
Oh, thank you.
That was a good one, Lulu.
Thank you. That was good. That was good. I almost believed that for a moment. Thank you. So one of my things is that I generally dislike eye contact. I just don't. I naturally don't make eye contact. It's just something. I mean, that's such a deep personal connection, looking at each other's eyes, and that means that they're looking. So I just don't.
I think you should make eye contact with the bus driver that's coming at you.
Generally,
just a tip.
I'm looking in the direction of getting out of the path of the bus driver that's coming at me. That's personal preference. No, so now her name was Kat, and she spelled it with a K, and an A and a T. So it was 3 letters on her name tag. And me, if I put a 3-letter name on my name tag, I put the 3 letters right next to one another. And so I'm kind of talking to her, and I'm noticing the spacing of the letters, that she had like the K all the way to the left and the A in the middle and the T all the way to the right, and because I'm not making eye contact, and so it gave me something to look at. So I basically spent the whole
the other thing that was there.
So I basically spent the whole conversation looking at her name tag, thinking about the spacing of the letters on her name tag. Name tag is generally about this height, right about here. So I basically spent the whole conversation staring at her chest, and that was not at all what I was intending. So I just, and after I realized it, after I was thinking about that, I was like, oh man, did I just spend a whole 5-minute conversation staring right at,
the name tag?
Yeah, And part of me was like, is there any way I can explain that to her? Is there any way I can go back to her and go, hey, the last time we were talking, I don't know if you noticed, but my eyes spent the entire conversation staring at this area of you, and I was looking at your name tag. I just want you to understand I was actually looking at the letters and the spacing of them, and for some reason, that's just what drew my eyes there. That is, but then that suggests that I was thinking about the fact that, my eyes would,
you know what? I think that would have been
that would be
awkward.
More awkward. That would have been more awkward.
But
there was no good way to fix
appropriate. But appropriate, because she was thinking, and it's better just to get that out instead of having it down in your gut.
You know what people think about people that won't make contact?
Okay, something about the YouTube delay. Why are you talking about telling her my eyes were, here or whatever, and not in your eyes. On YouTube, you were sitting there rubbing your tits.
Well, that's how I was motioning to where my eyes were, is because that's right where the name tag is. Yes.
Just wave your hand over your chest.
Welcome to the conversation, Venison. The whole point of this was that I was unintentionally staring at her tits.
But Johnny, people think of people that don't make eye contact.
Yeah.
They think they have no self-esteem at all. Think about it.
No. I don't deny this. What the hell does she want to go on a date with me for?
That's part of it.
I had not an ounce. Do you know what I went through to build up the courage to ask her to go to the movies? And I figured, well, she might be nice enough to take enough pity on me to go to a movie. And so really, in all honesty, I don't begrudge her for. I don't think that she intentionally used me to move. I think she just generally wanted to give me a chance, and then was on to other things in her life, and was just really not into this. I mean, I don't think it was a plan to get help moving. I think it just happened to work out that way.
They'll do that. Any chance they can find anybody to help.
Yeah,
they'll do whatever they can to get them.
It is past 10 o'clock. So, but the story had to be told.
No, that's cool. I just want to remind you, that's all. Wouldn't you want to go, it's 3 a.m. Holy shit, what happened?
And the bit about making no eye contact, I feel the same way. I don't like looking people in the eyes, because I don't know. Somehow I think it's rude. I don't know, something like that. But while I'm with that person, I will look now and then, just to be polite, type of thing, and also, to see if there's any emotion I can read. But other than that, just for a few seconds, and back to no eye contact. That's the way it is.
I feel like if you don't look people in the eye, you're backing down. So I try and look people in the eye.
Well, you're intimidating. So I
and combative.
And combative?
Yeah.
Fuck you!
There it is.
Fuck, man.
Well, eye contact always reminds me of another Walmart chick. And it was one of these. Well, I still question. Hey, you know what? Everything worked out in the end. But maybe I could have got a little something there. I don't know. There was this other.
Dude, it's Walmart. It's always half price and somewhat tinny.
Right, and made in China.
So there was
made in China.
There was this attractive lady that seemed to have a nice personality that worked at the returns counter, and I remember she looked attractive to me. She was a single mother and maybe a few years older than me, but I totally would have taken her out for a nice evening at the movies and whatever else comes of that. But I had no self-confidence to approach her, even though and there were times I'd be sitting in the break room and she'd talk about lonely evenings home alone with just her and the kid, and I'm it's like, oh my god, this is like open signal, like, dude, please someone ask me out, except that I was pretty sure that would be anyone but him. Why did it have to be him? But one evening we're having like a little post shift meeting because I worked closing shifts a lot, and for some reason she was doing this dance move at the time clock where we're getting ready for the clock to turn to the hour so we could clock out not a minute early, and she actually looked me straight in the eyes, and I looked her straight in the eyes, and there was this whoa, half a second thing that happened.
And you ran away because you thought she was a vampire.
I didn't know what to do, so I kind of turned away and got shy, and then she went off and clocked out, and that was the end of that. And I spent the rest of that evening and the rest of that week and the rest of that month and the rest of that year thinking, was that a signal? Did she want me to do something? Why? Because there was like a total serious eye contact. But then again, it's like, dude, don't be one of those guys that reads into nothing. Don't do it. So I never approached her or tried anything there, and that just never went anywhere. But that's always what eye contact. One time I made eye contact, and it blew my mind for about a year. But on that note, it is time to put another show to bed here. And
dear God, I'm so sorry.
Some people
don't make eye contact.
Some people make eye contact. We do try to be educational here. So, Brian, what have you learned this evening?
Don't make eye contact with Johnny because he's going to get freaked out for a year.
Hey, Gothard can confirm that story too.
Oh, I totally believe it.
Lulu, what have you learned?
I learned you should never make eye contact. Me on the other hand, I'm fine with it.
Okay, all
Right.
right. Well, actually,
the people that make eye contact are the people that are ruling the world.
Actually, Lulu, I have no problem making eye contact with you right now because I know you can't see my eyes.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm looking at your eyes right now, and this is so freeing because you can't see my eyes, but I can see yours. So that's okay.
Hey.
That's okay. Venison, what have you learned?
I've learned that. Well, I've learned how just socially awkward you are, and your thinking of women isn't in reality. So now I understand why you went through what you went through.
Hey,
because you don't know women.
I was just waiting for the right woman, and I found her, and I ended up marrying the crazy cat lady, and now we have cats together, and it's great. There we go. No, Kristen was totally gonna.
I like the way you said that.
Kristen had plans. She was gonna be single and own a bunch of cats and be a crazy cat lady, and I kind of ruined those plans. But I think we came up with a better option.
Okay.
There we go. See, I just had to find another socially awkward person, and together we have our we have our cats, and we don't make eye contact, and it works great.
And you have a house now.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of which, I should give her a call. And tonight I learned that Bill is more fun to paint with, but I gotta pay closer attention to what colors he's mixing on the palette, because that, blue line and yellow line just was not quite right. But I still like the painting, and I'm still gonna hang it in the bathroom. So I need to buy more canvases, and we'll be back next week with I think discussions about words that ends in A. But in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we will do some painting. So this is Gators continuing on his last week working at the Hell Job, getting ready to. Yeah. Oh, next week I might be starting a new job. I might be home later, so we might have to start. Well, we might have to not do pre-show anymore.
Well, we'll figure that out.
But I will, we'll see. There'll be announcements, there'll be communications, and all that jazz. And everyone have a great week, and good night.
Good night.
Can I dig up our French fry?